Hello and welcome to the Billionaire Journey podcast. Let's assume that you want to get a particular course or you want to study or you want to buy something, but you cannot afford it at the moment. Now, underline the words I just said, at the moment. So you are not able to afford it, and what should you do? Now, this is the way I usually approach things, especially if I can afford it. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but this is the way that most people who are rich that I've read about or that I've related with, that they do. And this is the way that they think as well. So what do they do? Now, let's say I want to buy a car and I can't afford it at the moment. What do I do? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, start saving towards buying that car. This is my desire. I can put the car in a picture, just to picture it and to kind of visualize the car every moment that I wake up or every moment that I pass through that area. So visualizing it actually helps me to say, oh yes, this is possible and I'm going to achieve it. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is try to increase my source of income. For let's say that I am working and currently earning a salary of $2,500,000 and I'm not able to afford the car. What can I do is I could start publishing on Amazon. I could start, selling online courses. I could start, whatever business is it I can start, and just start it, and to ensure that I have additional source of income. Now, let me give you an example of what I did at a time when I could not afford certain things in life. Then I just moved to a particular location in the southwest of Nigeria at a time, and I couldn't afford to buy textbooks in school. Of course, at the time I was staying with my aunt, and there was no money. So what did I do? I started following people who do manual labor, going to work with bricklayers, and I would do manual labor even before 14, and at 14 at the time, and I would go and do this manual labor, and then the money that I made from that, I would use it to buy the textbooks that I couldn't afford or that my aunt couldn't afford to buy me. And, I realized that this same thing also helped me, when I got to after university and I started my business and I couldn't afford some things. What did I do? I decided to start, adding some high earning skills to my life. That was when I learned web design, digital marketing, and all of that. Now, what I'm saying is, if you're not able to afford something, let's say you want to buy a course and you're not able to afford it, can you go to do some manual labor, or can you go to work with certain people? I'm not saying that it must be a manual labor. No, some of you have potentials, you have brain to create stuff. It might be graphic design, just like one of my students. She couldn't afford a school fee, right? But she had a skill. She had graphic design skill. What did she do? This lady, came to me and said, oh, she needed help. And I said, okay, no problem. We're going to help you. I won't give you the money. I'm going to give you the fish, but I'm going to show you how to fish. And then I taught her how to monetize her knowledge. And before you know it, she was able to monetize her knowledge. Okay. And in 1 month, she was able to raise her school fee. Now, this is the same thing that happens if you are not able to afford something, right? Try to get something that can help you to afford it. Like Mr. Bronson would say, when you don't have resources, make yourself resourceful. I hope that is, helpful today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Bye.